The two are different sides of one coin. If you're talking only karma and not referencing emptiness, it doesn't make sense. We'll get an insight into that today. And to bring authority onto that, who did ACI 1, Asian Classic History 1, which was...
Three principal paths.
Three principal paths. So what were the three principal paths?
Renunciation.
Renunciation.
Bodhicitta.
The wish, right? Bodhicitta.
Correct. Correct view or wisdom.
So I'm going halfway through the 14 verses of Lamsa. So just to remind you, it's beautiful. These 14 verses encapsulate the entire teachings of the Buddha. In these verses are coded how to get enlightened. And so we're halfway through it just to see the importance of karma and emptiness. He spent like about 4 paragraphs on it. Okay, see if you can hear it. Because the first time you heard it, you probably wouldn't have understood the depth that you understand now about karma, the hints that we've been dropping around emptiness. You should understand some about the wish, which is bodhicitta. Define bodhicitta. Anyone?
The wish to get enlightened.
The wish to get enlightened for the sake of other beings. Yeah. Define renunciation.
Giving up your old worldview.
Giving up your old worldview.
You've had enough of this suffering.
Enough of this one. Yeah, you recognize that there's suffering here. You've had enough. That way of doing doesn't do it. Giving up your old worldview. So here's Jetsong Kapa. Lamson Ansum. Halfway through. And he says, look, you may master renunciation and the wish, but unless you have the wisdom perceiving reality, yeah, you cannot cut the root of cyclic life. Make efforts in this way, then perceive interdependence. And here it is. A person's entered the path that pleases the Buddhas, meaning you're on track to getting out of here. When for all objects in the cycle and beyond, here and for Buddhists out there, yeah, he sees that cause and effect never fail. And when for them, they lose all solid appearance. No self-existence in this state. Yeah? I'll read that again. A person's entered the path that pleases the Buddhas, that when for all objects in the cycle and beyond, he sees that cause and effect can never fail, and when for him they lose all solid appearance. You've yet to realize the thought of the able, of the Buddhas, as long as two ideas seem to you disparate, which means separate. The appearance of things, infallible interdependence, and emptiness beyond taking any position. As long as these two ideas, karma and emptiness, seem to you as separate ideas, you've missed the point, is what he's saying. Yeah? At some point, they no longer alternate. And this is what our minds are doing, karma and emptiness. At some point, they no longer alternate, we come together. Just seeing interdependence never fails brings the realization that destroys how you hold to objects. And then your analysis in this view is complete. This is so beautifully compact and deep. In addition, the appearance prevents the existence extreme. The way that it appears, the buckchuck turning the oval face, turning into the yelling man, yeah, prevents self-existence of the yelling boss. Yeah? Emptiness, that of non-existence, and if you see how emptiness shows in cause and effect, you'll never be stolen off extreme views. When you've grasped, as well as I, the essential points of each of the three principal paths explained, then go into isolation, make mighty efforts, and quickly win your ultimate wish. It is so beautiful. So he spends nearly half the lump sum saying, if you get how karma and emptiness work together, then you're on your way out. You'll figure it out. If you don't, you'll never be. For the cycle and beyond. It's magnificent. So, we're getting some information. We started this course looking at the most basic of the four schools, the Abhidharmists. They have Chapter 4, explaining karma and all the rules and regulations, etc. Amazing, already a heightened insight into the way the world works, right? And then we jumped schools last class and we went to the mind-only school. We went from Hinayana to Mahayana, yeah? The mind-only school. And this class, we're going into the highest view, Madhyamika Dasankika, okay? And we're reading from, say, Gyulama.
Gyulama.
We're reading from Gyulama, which in Sanskrit is the Uttara Tantra, or the higher line. It's not Tantra as in secret teachings, it just means higher, the higher line. And this is a book dictated to Asanga, Master Asanga. Does anybody know who Master Asanga was? He was the brother of Master Vasubandhu, who wrote the very much. Dictated to him by Maitreya. That's a whole different story. Okay? These are Maitreya's 6 steps, or written by Master Asanga, 6 steps, or 6 causal steps through which the tendency to see things as self-existence produces karma, and therefore the suffering world. So he's saying these 6 steps are what are producing our suffering world. This is what causes us to collect karma, is what he's saying. So learn these 6 steps, which are not effective. Yeah? Step number 1, 10 minutes. Here we go. We have bakchaks, we have these karmic seeds already in us from birth. We have bakchaks with ignorance that comes already from our previous lives,